On today's video, I'll be taking you guys to work with me. Death fucking Stranding. Or in other words, the game in cahoots with Jeff Bezos. Or in other words, the Amazon delivery simulator. At first they try to fool you and it actually kind of works. Don't get me wrong, it's still very much a walking simulator, but for a while you actually get rewarded with some story behind every trip. Granted, the story is damn near uncomprehendable 95% of the time, especially if you're an overthinker like I am. So to speed things up and make it easy as understand as possible. What the fuck is there a bug on my mic? Chad, there was literally just a bug on my microphone as I'm filming this. This fucking game is cursed. So to speed things up and to make it as easy to understand things as possible, I'm going to give a basic rundown of the story. Why do I have a feeling this is going to have the opposite effect? Anyway, spoiler warning ahead, although if you're watching a trophy hunting video, I'm sure you've already come to expect that. So, it is the apocalypse. It was caused by BTs, which are like souls of people that have died, I guess, and every soul is supposed to travel through an umbilical cord to pass on. But the umbilical cord starts getting too small for motherfuckers to pass through. And then, like, if you touch the BTs, like, if the BTs consume real-world matter, then it causes a big boom-boom. If they kill a human or what, the shit goes boom boom, and it's like, we're talking like nuke level boom booms. There we go, the peak of my understanding. Bro was definitely on a crazy acid trip when he wrote the story, but that's okay, because we got Norman Reedus, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, there's way more to the story than just figuring out what the fuck is going on in the world, but I just don't know how to explain it. As I usually do with Platinum Trophies, I start off playing the game completely blind. Yes, that has huge amounts of potential to screw me over and make things way harder than they needed to be, but thankfully Amazon found a way to make their employees' lives at least a little bit easier after that big lawsuit. Yes, that means that there were 0 missable trophies, and only 1 playthrough was needed. Very good call, because I don't really see how any more playthroughs could have added anything better to the experience. You don't enhance a walking simulator with more walking, you enhance it with it being fucking over. At least that's how I was feeling by the end. We play the game as Norman Reedus, otherwise known as Sam Porter, or Sam something. I swear they call this dude a million different things throughout the game. We start off the game peeing? You can pee. I couldn't hold it in. On God. This was literally the first trophy I got. Really good at taking advantage of the labor laws. We get introduced to Fragile right away, who will be an important character later in the game. Damn! And then continue to our first distribution center, picking up pieces of lost cargo along the way. We make it and drop off the pieces of lost cargo, snagging the Good Samaritan trophy. At the same time, I delivered some drugs to complete the prologue. I suppose the apocalypse isn't too far off from Portland, Oregon. The president, and I guess our mom, passes away after having a freak out and climbing off her medical bed. This leads us to having to take her body to a crematorium before we witness Hiroshima from a different perspective. Incinerating her body wraps up episode 1 and gives us the Rebuilding America trophy. Rebuilding America. Complete episode 1. I'm a man who likes to listen to music, especially when doing something such as walking from point A to point B, but this game randomly decides when it wants to play its own music, and it kept interrupting my shit. In an attempt to mute the damn game, I snagged a trophy for using the music player. Sometimes, good things come out of dark places. There's no mute button on the music, by the way. I came across a sign some random homie left in the road and gave it a thumbs up for another trophy. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the likes feature mattered as much as I did to my father. Spoiler alert, didn't matter for shit. 5 steps to the left, I placed a sign of my own and got the Apprentice Builder trophy. I promise you, if all the trophies were this easy, I would have had this video out 3 months ago. That's only a slight exaggeration. Earlier in the prologue, the part I don't have footage of, we received what is called a BB, creative name for a baby. Its main purpose is to let us know where the BTs are since they're mostly invisible. It's also a very important part of the story because it connects us to the past, I want to say. I don't know, man, this shit was confusing and it literally took over 2 months for me to fucking finish the platinum, so safe to say I don't even remember some of these dudes' names. Anyways, this little dude BB turns into my biggest fan. Not really a hard feat, I know, and gives me a like for whistling. A baby blessing. After completing deliveries and orders, you get grades and points that increase your porter level. These points go into 5 categories that level up from different things. Some are self-explanatory, such as cargo condition and delivery time, and then there is Bridge Link. It's basically anything that happens between online worlds, such as people using your builds, which, by the way, is like one of the most interesting things about this game. This super unique way that multiplayer works. You never see people, but the things that they build and upgrade exist in your world. So when someone makes their own life easier, they also make everyone else's lives easier, and when you're going for the plat, you will be taking advantage of this. And you will be taking some of the same routes 100 fucking times. So every bit of ease really helps. Our main goal ends up being to connect the whole span of America to the chiral network, which is almost like the internet, but better. For some reason though, some people have trust issues with the government, and we gotta convince them by basically being their errand boy. It felt like trying to get an atheist to believe in God and I was Jesus. And some of these motherfuckers acting like me walking on water wasn't impressive. The first dude was pretty cool though, so thank you for that, homie. I don't really know how I lost health between this short distance with no imminent danger, but when I slept, I gained health back and got a trophy for it.
Snooze and soothe. Heal by sleeping for the first time. I don't think I was damaged, was I?
Let me ask y'all this. How long does it take for y'all's shoes to get ruined? I'm not talking dirty or anything like that. I'm talking ripped, falling apart, and unwearable. I don't think I've ever broke a shoe down to that level. So hopefully that puts into perspective the amount of fucking walking it took for me to go through 35 pairs of fucking boots in this playthrough. Putting on your first new pair gives you a trophy though, so, you know. I do more and more delivering on my way across the country, and get one of my porter categories to level 10.
Reach grade 10 in any delivery evaluation category. Okay.
I'm also a very generous person, as all generous people must vocally express, and I donate some gear to help other people, and definitely not just to clear up some inventory space or anything.
Giver of gifts. Make your first donation of weapons, equipment, etc. Let's go. All right.
I also found a memory chip that unlocks cool collectibles that relate to past pop culture and even some old video game Easter eggs.
A thirst for knowledge. Restore your first memory chip.
Every location has a 5-star relationship system. Bet you won't guess what trophy will come later. And for starring up places, they sometimes give you rewards, including, but not limited to, customizations. I don't know what the hell this customization even was, to be honest, but I got a trophy, so I don't really care.
Okay. The custom kid. Acquire your first piece of customization data. What?
Literally, this whole chapter is only doing deliveries to connect all the facilities in the area. In doing so, we get one ranked up to 3 stars right away, getting the well-connected trophy.
Well-connected. Reach connection level 3 with a facility.
One of the orders during this time instructs us to go collect these things called chiral crystals that look like hands coming out of the ground. I kept wishing one would just grab me and drag me down to the depths of hell for eternity, because I'm pretty sure that would have been more entertaining. Unfortunately, we didn't get permanently game ended and returned to the distribution center with the crystals, recycled them, and got the chiral crafter trophy.
Area though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
S, of course. Chiral crafter. Recycle chiral crystals for the first time.
We also completed a standard order, which are like side quest deliveries, I guess, and received a total of 2,400 likes. We eventually made it to the last facility on this first section of the map and got thrown into a hentai monster boss fight. I do like tentacles, but even those couldn't keep me entertained when the only depth to the fight was jumping from surface to surface, throwing grenades for 30 minutes. I understand I caused some of this for myself when I put things on the hardest difficulty, but damn, dude. Like, it didn't even make it hard. It was literally just super time consuming.
The name's Higgs, the particle of God that permeates all existence.
After throwing more grenades than we gave Ukraine, I got 2 trophies. 1 for defeating the tentacles, and 1 for wrapping up episode 2.
Come on. That's it. Let's go. Get shit on. Catcher Crusher. Defeat a catcher. B. We need you. Complete episode 2. Okay, cool.
The end fight cutscene also introduces us to one of the main villains in the game, Gold Person Dude. He actually leads a terrorist group and can use power from the Chiralium crystals to control BTs, among other things. Thankfully, he has a personality / plan that doesn't involve killing us right now.
Episode 3. How many episodes are in this game? It's a real question. Like, how long is this shit?
This carries us through to the second part of the map, which is also the biggest of the 3. A new feature this area introduced was the ability to craft highways connecting some of the major facilities. So remember when I was talking about how what people build show up in your world as well? Well, all these motherfuckers are cheap, because I had to build 94% of the fucking roads, man. Repairing the very roads I'm working on makes me feel like I'm not getting paid enough, but they do treat me with a trophy at a desperate attempt to reel me back in. I unlocked a robot that can do a majority of the standard orders for me and send the first one on its way. Amazon gonna be the first company to get a lawsuit from humans and fucking robots.
The automation revolution. Automation revolution. Delivery bot order. Woo.
One fun thing you can do in this game to really spice up the gameplay is make Norman Reedus' sexy ass make Norman Reedus yell out, and depending on where you are, it can echo back. This didn't seem like one of those spots, but we randomly, and believe it or not, accidentally, popped the trophy, A Shout in the Dark, for it.
10 being a shout in the dark. Send a shout out and have it return for the first time. What?
We then learned a little bit more about Fragile and that her suit functions like Madonna's gloves.
The fuck?
Oh. So, what's it gonna be?
I'll
This is
take the
kind of
damage
fucked up.
and the goods. I don't break that easy.
Yeah, the cameraman is crazy. He's actually a badass though.
And then we finished delivering some very interesting materials and finish episode 3.
Trip. I won't break. Complete episode 3. Oh shit, okay.
A storm swallows us up like Riley Reid, and we find ourselves on a battlefield from World War I, where we gotta fight that dude from Doctor Strange.
Mads Mikkelsen, combat veteran. What is happening? Does anybody understand? No? Okay, cool. Me either.
Thank God I'm basically Thanos, the Infinity War one, and I cooked the fuck out of this dude.
I need backup.
Did I win? I won. Thank God. Oh my goodness, dude. That was so annoying. I hated that. The boss fights in this game stink. Punch him. Punch him.
He had some obsession with BB, but we surely never figure out why, because he's definitely dead, right? We definitely keep seeing him in visions when we link up with BB for no reason, right? Anyways, back-to-back story trophies.
BB. Complete episode 4. That was kind of a fast episode, huh?
These next couple ones might make you think, this is what he's talking about when he says walking/delivery simulator. I assure you this is not what I was talking about. It gets much, much, much worse. An 80-kilometer order. 3,000 kilograms worth of cargo delivered. And 50,000 total likes received.
The world's most popular porter reached a total of 50,000 likes on the results screen.
Yeah, okay, it doesn't even sound that bad yet, but just wait. Anywho, another crazy story development takes place, arguably one of those unexplainable ones. There was a chick named Mama, who was important to the group and our mission. Did y'all guess why her name is Mama? No, not because she looks like Alex Cole. Yes, she has a whole ass BT baby. It doesn't even stop there though. We find out that she also has a twin sister that runs a different facility. Come to find out, Mama was pregnant or some shit when a terrorist attack caused her to be crushed under rubble. The baby died, and she lived. But the baby turned into a BT and actually was the cause of Mama living. Massive brainfuck, but it continues. She wants us to take her to her sister, but the BT baby can't leave, so she has to cut ties with it, immediately causing her to get weaker. We carry her paralyzed ass around the globe to her sister just for her to die. But then they link together.
Sis? I can hear you.
What? How does that make
We're
sense?
whole again.
How does that make sense?
We're one. Like before in the womb. Remember?
She has one eye of each color.
We go the rest of the game not even knowing which one we're fucking talking to. But hey, we get another facility linked to the UCA, so... yeah, man, I don't know either.
64% damaged? Oh, shit. Maybe that's why she died. Maybe it was on me. Oopsies. We're whole again. Complete episode 5. Mama.
The next 2 trophies we get are also story-based. One for completing episode 6.
He blinked away. We're fine. They're fine. They'll be alright. So I have another boss fight here. EBs, a bridge between this world and the one beyond. Complete episode 6, okay.
And one for completing episode 7. Both of which we learn a little more about some of the characters, and also in episode 7 we fight Unger again, the fucking dude that's obsessed with BB. Surprise, surprise, he wasn't dead. This time though, we were in a World War II environment. His obsession with BB was still unwavering even after getting his ass kicked 2 times in a row. And by getting his ass kicked, I mean killing me 4 times, crashing my PS5, and then finally dying.
Yeah. Couldn't pull out my gun. Alright, now I skip this so I get to a point I save before my game fucking blows up, I think. BB. Complete episode 7. That was a really fast episode.
I forgot to mention that before Mama died, she upgraded our cufflink, which is like our watch. Think of it like the Pip-Boy from Fallout, except like more kinky. She upgrades it with chiralium crystals, and it actually allows us to cut the umbilical cords of the BTs, severing their tie to this world. It sounds nice until you realize that you can only do it in fucking stealth and that they respawn after a tiny bit of time. Anywho, cutting one of their cords gives us the Rest in Pieces trophy. We meet Hartman in person for the first time and watch him go into cardiac arrest 35 times.
Of researching the deaths.
Oh, that's why he has the soft floor. That makes sense. I didn't even make that connection.
We learn more about beaches, which are sort of like purgatory, I guess, but some people, such as our character, are repatriates, or however you say that fucking word, which can die and come back. Hartman comes back by his little heart device, but that's different. He goes to the beach to search for his family 60 times a day. Yes, 60 deaths and 60 revives in a single day. If that isn't love, I don't know what is. This motherfucker BB was meant to help make our lives easier, but then starts crying like a little baby. Good thing we have a solution to that.
Sleep tight. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
I cried for help by requesting an order for supplies to prepare to fight the leader of the terrorist group.
Yeah. I want to make a supply request to Mountain Knot City. Yes, a helping hand. Issue your first supply request.
I haven't even explained who Amelie is yet, but like, she's the same person as the president. So like our mom, but it gives such a different vibe than that. But Amelie's actually stuck on the beach, or so we thought, but when we arrived to fight Higgs, he actually has Amelie captive? Both of them attached to this big motherfucker, and we gotta shoot weak spots for 45 minutes to eventually take it down. That was only the start though, because we get teleported to 1v1 Higgs somewhere, except I'm handicapped. This dude is armed to the fucking teeth, and all I got is some briefcases and a rope. I'm not gonna lie, this fight was pretty fucking tilting before figuring it out, but when we get to the end, we get a satisfying Mortal Kombat-esque finish to the fight, and Fragile gets her revenge for being given the body of a 90-year-old grandma.
Did that affect? Oh shit! This is what I was waiting for.
You are damaged goods.
Okay, that wasn't that satisfying. Could we have got like 6 more punches, please? Yeah. The Particle of God. Complete episode 9 Higgs. Cool.
I think Sam was still hit though, to be honest. Dude is giga deprived. So now that all the facilities are linked up, from East Coast to West Coast, and the terrorist leader is defeated, life should be good, no? Yeah, no. But we can at least relax for now and read 100 fucking emails.
The post guides and wait, the post guides to the president. Read 100 mails.
Or you can just click into them and back out, but I actually enjoy the additional lore. And that's actually why I sat down and read 100 fucking interviews.
The past guides to the present.
After reading about 3 novels of lore, I realized I didn't understand anything more. In fact, I may have been even in a worse state of confusion. What didn't confuse me was completing my 36 standard delivery.
Delivery's done. Complete 36 standard. Oh, that's not the one I was expecting, but...
Continuing on, we get a cutscene showing Clifford, Unger, the dude that's obsessed with BB, and the dude from Doctor Strange, that guy. The same dude that we've fought twice now. But anyways, he's holding BB, and then the screen cuts black before hearing a gunshot. The man holding the gun was none other than Die Hardman, that now acting president. We follow this up with one more fight with Clifford Unger, this one taking place in the Vietnam War. After defeating him again, we get one of the biggest plot twists of all time. Unger is technically our dad, and BB is technically us. And BB was the first BB to exist and be tested. And when they shot Unger, the BB case broke, and they kept a baby out to grow and live a normal life. And that ends up being us. If y'all want more understanding, y'all gonna have to play the game yourself or look up a wiki, because I sure didn't do that second thing. We then work our way back to the facility we started the game at, but right when the ending is in sight, we have to fight this big-ass whale. It's actually really easy as long as you still have the mental fortitude to stand there and shoot 10,000 rounds. Lizzo goes down and we arrive at the facility. No, I don't feel bad about that joke, alright? Our next goal is to go to the beach and speak to Amelie after finding out she was kind of, technically, the main villain. We have Fragile send us off to the beach with her teleporting powers. Let me know in the comments if you would trade off a 120-year-old skin for the ability to teleport. Anyways, Amelie goes on to explain how she is basically the extinction event, because when she was experimenting with the BBs, she accidentally caused the whole Death Stranding. She also explains that there's no way to stop it, and it will be inevitable in the end. We end up with a choice, either pull the trigger or simply not do that, except out of experience, I learned there wasn't really a choice. So, sometime in the future, the world will implode. That's basically the conclusion that we get. So thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I understand completely.
We get back to everybody else after sitting through 30 minutes of credits and nominally trying to fry my last 2 brain cells. It becomes a celebration that Sam is still alive, but that celebration comes to an end when we're told that we must take BB, or Lou at this stage of the game, to the incinerator because he's broken. Before doing so, however, Frankenstein shows us how to be secretive so that the government won't know what we're doing. With Lou alive and unburnt, we walk outside to see a rainbow and the rain stopping. I'm not a genius or anything, but I think Sam might be raising himself from this point. I may never know though, because the game ended and sent us back 2 weeks in the past where we can do all of our cleanup. Up to this point, I feel like I really haven't made this seem as delivery driver-esque as I made it sound at the start of the video, but this cleanup will do that for me. Before we get to that though, we grab some contaminated cargo and throw it in the water, doing our deeds of fighting climate change. Activists. Alright, so remember the trophy we got for getting a facility to 3 stars? Well, one of the trophies is to get every single one to 5 stars. There are 39 of them, and each one takes like a minimum of 5 orders to max out. Yeah. That means a lot, and I mean a lot of orders. So naturally, during this time, we pick up a bunch of miscellaneous trophies, such as maxing our relationship level with BB. Go figure, the only person that likes me is a fucking baby in a video game.
I probably won't have this childminder. Reach maximum connection level with BB. Hey, I wasn't even expecting that one. Hello?
We also delivered 700 total pieces of cargo, more than an Amazon driver does in a full-time work week.
Hooked on delivering. Deliver 700 items.
One of the delivery quest lines is a sequence of pizza deliveries to a single house in a random part of the map. This turns out to be the fucking gold mask terrorist dude's home that was fanboying us. I got an S rank on 10 unique deliveries in each style of order, and then 20.
Legend! Let's go, baby!
We also got Nakey to take a little rest and relax break, and I think Norman Reedus' ass might have been the only thing that gave me the strength to pull through with this video. There were a couple of hidden facilities we missed during the main story.
Connect all facilities to the UCA.
And then finally, after 10 years, and still an empty retirement plan, I max out all the facilities. But I can't sit here and show how long and how draining it was, or the video would be boring as shit. I could have made 4 bands door dashing in the time that these deliveries took. With that trophy out of the way, the rest was pretty smooth sailing. All I had to do was build one of every structure, upgrade all those structures to max level, fabricate every weapon and piece of equipment, wipe out an enemy base camp full of enemies, trade with a computer dude,
Any porter in a storm. Let's go. I was unsure if it was going to work because I've done that before and it didn't. I'm a big lyrics person. Maybe. Great deliverer. Oh, that got me to 60. Let's go. Okay, I only need to do 1.
and then finally find all of the memory chips that I talked about earlier. After feeling like Jeff Bezos and Bob the Builder's problem child, I finally had the plat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Font of knowledge. Come on, baby. The greatest of great deliverers. And with that, Daddy Bezos, I fucking quit.
Worth it? No, probably not to most of you. But I tell you, the satisfaction that I felt after that trophy popped, after spending 100 hours driving back and forth, was unmatched. And the story was good? I know I left it very bland, but my favorite part was definitely the confusion and then the progressing to try and see if I would get clarity and understanding. And that cycle really grabbed me. But so far, this is the one platinum that I think I'm most proud of. And I would be even more proud if y'all hit that like and sub. I'm just kidding, man. Y'all do whatever you want. Y'all do whatever you want. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Doses.